The character of greatness. The character of greatness. The character of greatness. The character of greatness. Greatness as a character. Success as an attitude. Everyone that will be great in life can be projected by the way they behave. Your character is the prophecy of your future. Character is prophetic in nature. When you see a man's character, that can become the bedrock and the platform of his destiny. Your attitude determines your altitude. Altitude speaks of heights. When you are flying, the pilot begins to tell you, you are doing a 30-minute flight from Lagos to Benin. The altitude, the height the plane will go is not as high as when you are doing a 1 hour from Lagos or 45 minutes from Lagos to Port Harcourt or from Port Harcourt to Abuja. It is the distance that determines the height. You can do it 30,000 feet above sea level if you are going to Benin. But if you are thinking of going to the US, you are talking of hundreds of thousands of feet above sea level. So the distance is what determines the height. So that tells you that how far you want to go in life is a function of how high you set your standards. Greatness as an attitude. The Bible says, before I go into that, Ezekiel said, as he spake to me, the Spirit entered me. There is a spirit of wealth. There is a spirit of prosperity. There is a spirit of long life that is about to enter somebody as I speak now. You see, as he spoke to me, the Spirit entered me. There is a deposit, a release of the spirit of long life. There is a release of the spirit of wealth. There is a release of the spirit of expansion without limit. It's about to enter you now. The spirit of long life will enter you now. Anywhere you have been sick in your body, let the spirit of healing enter you. Anywhere you have been poor, let the spirit of prosperity enter you. I prophesy upon your life as you hear the sound of my voice. I don't know the contrary spirit that has existed in your being, the spirit that has existed in your family. Up until now, you have struggled and failed. The more you try to rise, the more you go down. But after now, the spirit shall enter you. Get what he said? He said, the Spirit entered me and set me on my feet. Your ability to stand is a function of the Spirit you possess. The Spirit entered me and set me on my feet. Men who are standing are men who have contacted the Spirit. Your ability to stand is a function of the Spirit you possess. He said, and the Spirit entered me and set me. Oh, Kalamanda. Someone is about to be on his feet. Financially, you will not crawl again. I say your status, you will not crawl again. Do you know what it means to be on your feet? To be on your feet speaks of deep independence. Independence. So your independence is a function of the spirit you possess. Your independence. To be on your feet speaks of your independence. To be on your feet speaks of your recovery. When the man says, I'm back on my feet again, it means I have recovered. Hey, rejoice not over me, O my enemy. For if I sit in darkness, the Lord will be my light. If I fall, I will rise. The Spirit is going to enter you and you will be on your feet. God will put you on your feet. Maritally on your feet. Financially on your feet. You don't serve a dead God. You serve a mighty God. He's the same yesterday. He's the same today. He's the same forever. When God says yes, no man can say no. When God lifts you up, no man can bring you down. God is on your side. Power is on your side. Glory is on your side. Favor is on your side. Look away, shout yes. You may be seated honorably. Ezekiel was by a river called Cheba. Cheba means greatness, but he was a captive. He was one of those who was held in captivity by greatness. There are people who are around greatness, but they are incapacitated. There are people who are around greatness. This is opportunities that abound. A captive by the river Cheba. A river speaks of a flow. To be a captive by a river Cheba is that a man was around greatness and the greatness was flowing around. But because he was in captivity, he was not a beneficiary of that greatness. I hear people say opportunity comes but once. It's a lie. Opportunities abound. But the truth is, there are people who do not know how to catch in and connect themselves to opportunities. Am I communicating? Am I communicating? Ezekiel, the Bible says, he saw a fire and he saw certain creatures coming out. And these were the creatures who Cheba was meant for. These creatures were the creature who that river was meant for. And he began to explain to us the kind of things he saw. God, they were not animals. But God was using creatures and animal descriptions to qualify their characteristics. How do you understand? He was a captive by the... Listen to me. No matter who you are or what God has said you will be, your challenges will be your raw materials. You must go through challenges. Don't you expect that God said it's going to happen? You will go through. Ask anybody who is lifted. And that's why I don't like hearing the stories of people about their present. I like to hear where they are coming from. I saw a man who just bought his 207th house in Lagos. 207. He's just buying houses. Buy 207th house in Lagos. He said 29 years ago, he came to Lagos from Aba on a bus. What's a bus? A truck. 911, that big. On a truck. That's what he followed. Sneaked. The master, time to say to the master, refused to say to him, enter Lagos. When they were trying to offload, he jumped out and entered the streets, not knowing where he was going. Check their stories. Look at the man like Joseph. Look at Joseph. The brothers took the coat. If the brothers did not take the coat of many colors, then there would have been no space for the coat in Potiphar's house. If Potiphar's wife did not take the coat that the husband gave, there would have been no prison uniform for him to wear. If the prison uniform was not removed, there would have been no prime minister coat. Now watch this. Watch this. Please listen to me. The Bible says, and Joseph interpreted dream for two people. One was killed, one was exalted. That's not my point. When I read that portion, I got to a point that broke my heart. After interpreting, he said, but they forgot him in prison. But they forgot him in prison. I can preach on that for long. But they forgot him in prison. Oh, Kayalata. Joseph sat down after interpreting the dream. He said, one of you will be killed by the king. They'll send you to the gallows. One of you will be exalted in the palace. The three of them must have sat down. Cool. It was a condemned cell. Cool. They were hearing steps. They came, they took one to be promoted. The next day, they took one to be killed. Many years later, Joseph had the same steps coming for him. He didn't know. He did not know how to place his life. He must have been scared. Because two things have happened. Good and bad. In his heart he was, where am I going? Am I going to the gallows? Or am I going to the palace? That's the point many people are now. When they are not sure of tomorrow. They don't know what will happen. They pick him out. They said, come, the king wants you. He was almost getting excited. So the king has a question for you. The king dreamt. Come and interpret it. Chai. Oh. He could have said to himself, I interpreted for people in the prison. They forgot me. I'm not interpreting again. That is why don't stop doing good because people did not appreciate you. Don't stop. There are people you will help. They will fight you. It's a part of life. It's not where you invest that you harvest. Don't mind my vocabulary, but write it down. This is what I'm going to say. It's not grammatically correct, but it's understandingly correct. It's not grammatically correct, but it's what? Understandingly correct. Investment, please. I know we have lots of people who are doing their PhDs here, lots of people who are doing their masters and all of that. Investment does not determine harvestment. It's communication. Investment, I'm just trying to do something that you understand literally. Investment does not determine harvestment. Where you invest does not mean that's where you will harvest. Never expect good from those who do good though. Because the person God might use to reward you might be somebody you have not even heard before. After all I did for him, this is what he did to me. Yes, because you're expecting him to do the same thing you did. If he does the same thing you did, where's the reward? If people appreciate, people become good after you bless them, thank God for it. The Bible says, and they forgot it. Now that's the part that touched me. The part that broke my heart was when the Bible says, and they lied, they told their father that he was dead. They told their father that he was dead. He was not aware. Inside was I wondering, how come my father didn't come for me? How come my father did not check on me? How come my father has not bothered about me? Not knowing there was a news about him. When you are worried because you heard somebody say this about you, you are worried you heard somebody say this about you. What about the things that were said about you that you are not aware? Why are you worried? Somebody stopped picking your call all of a sudden. You don't know somebody has said something? They told their father he was dead. What does that mean? There are some people that their utterances can kill you. Before your helpers, they can use their mouth to bury you. See that one? In fact, if you call you again for your own good, no pickle. Somebody has said something. Nobody just stops helping you. Somebody has said something. That's why God told me, said, don't be bothered at what he said about you, because there are many you are not even aware. I wish I was communicating this now. He said, I saw 4. Greatness is in 4 categories. Number 1, he said the first one I saw had the face of a man. The face of a man. The first character of greatness is the face of a man. If you must be great, you must have a human side. You must be humane. I'm trying to let you know that there are certain characters you display that determine your future. Your character is the prophecy of your future. No drunkard started with a bottle. They started with a drop. No thief began on the highway. They started by stealing meat from their mother's pot. Delilah was not Samson's temptation. Delilah was Samson's terminator. Do you know Samson did not even sleep with Delilah? Samson did not sleep with Delilah. Samson messed up others. When he got to Delilah, he didn't sleep. All he did was to put his head. Delilah's lap became Bamisano. Took off on. He didn't sleep with her. But he saw sin that he got to a point that even playing around sin finished him. You cannot behave it and not become it. What you behave is what you become. The face of a man. And there are about 3 or 4 characteristics of the face of a man. So Ezekiel was saying, I saw a greatness, people around greatness. The first category is that they had the face of a man. They were humane. They had the identity of a man. And when you begin to talk about the humane side of a man, the first thing that's connected to the humanity of manhood is compassion. Somebody shout compassion. Shout compassion. Nothing sponsors expansion like compassion. If you have no pity for people, you will end up in the pit by people. If you have no pity for people, you will end up in the pit prepared by people. If you are somebody you have no sympathy, you cannot see party. You must get to that point in life where you have compassion. You must have compassion. You cannot see a person poor and you are mocking at the person. You cannot see a person stranded and you are mocking at the person. Hebrews chapter 4 verse 5. We have not an high priest that cannot be touched with the very feelings of our infirmity. We have not an high priest. Also Proverbs chapter 11 verse 25. Proverbs 11:25. You will see what the Bible says. Proverbs 11:25. The liberal soul shall be made fat. When you are liberal in nature, your soul shall be made fat. Mark chapter 6 verse 34. The Bible says he was moved with compassion. Mark 6:34. He was moved with compassion. You must understand the dimension. And Jesus, when he came out, so much people was moved with compassion towards them, for they were as sheep not having a shepherd, and he began to teach them many things. You must understand sympathy. You cannot see a sister who comes to church looking roughly dressed and scattered and you are mocking her. She is not well dressed. She has become a project for you. By the time you walk out of the church, you tell her, sister, can I have your number? Or sister, can I see you on Sunday? Can you around so and so time? Can you just sit somewhere? I'll come and meet you. Pack all your clothes, pack your shoes, and say, please keep this. He said, what? Say, no, I just want to sow a seed to your life. It's not an opportunity for you to mock people. When people are not enjoying what you are enjoying, assist them to have access to at least a bit of what you are enjoying. Am I talking to somebody here? You must have compassion, you must have sympathy. How can you have a car, you have money in your pocket, and somebody is trekking, and you turn your face somewhere else? You are not bothered at all. You must have compassion. You must have compassion. The Bible says, he that turneth his eyes from the cry of the poor, even his own cry shall be an abomination to God. You must have pity. You just prepared several pots of soup and somebody has not eaten for days and it means nothing to you. You must have compassion. You must have pity. I see something about every great man. Every man that is genuinely great has a philanthropic side. Every man that is genuinely great has a philanthropic side, has a side to give, has a side for assistance. Am I talking to somebody right now? God has lifted you. Look at your friends that you all grew up with. Your friends you grew up with. You see them with your eyes. You can change their story. One time I saw a young man, I think I was driving, I can't remember it, years ago. He was with this show glass. He was my friend when we were growing up. With this show glass. They put a wheelbarrow, they put egg roll, you know the show glass. Put egg roll, put everything. So He was winning. Stopped, took up his cap. Daddy's son was fanning himself. So I pulled over. I went there. I said, how are you? She said, Daddy. I said, which daddy? My friend don't know my name. Call me my name now. He said, no, I don't want that. Look around. She said, where police? I said, who be police? He said, no, you did right. Daddy, he ran. I said, what are you doing there? He said, help me survive. Now my office, now that my office. Help me survive. So let me park. I said, park what? And that car, forget that rubbish. Break it, destroy it, dash people. He said, no, wait. Make a park. I said, park what? Open it and call people to come and park. Park your egg roll. I said, because you just stop egg roll today. He said, Daddy, come on, make a count, make a lock, I'll count them. Make a keep and make it complete. I said, complete what? If I come down, I'll break this thing. Give people that. He said, this is 21K. 21K. I said, enter the car. We drove. And I said, what do you want to do? He said, I don't understand. I said, what do you want to do? And he told me, and when he calculated the whole thing that I said he wanted to do, it was about 90-something thousand. So I got angry. And I said to him, go back, think again. When you think, you let me know. When he thought, he said, what can I do? I gave him $1 million. I said, hold this one. I gave him a car. I said, don't be using wheelbarrow again. Be driving motor. This is $1 million. I said, go and start something with your life. Am I talking to somebody? He was my friend. If you can identify with me in my low state, some of you, the reason you're having issues now is because people that God connected you to while you were struggling, those people are your assignments in life. When you become great, like Joseph, he got to a new land. He sent for his father to come and meet him where he is. Compassion. You don't have pity. There are some of you here God has blessed you. It won't take you anything to change the choir uniform. Nothing. So how many choir? How many are you? How many are you? About 700. It won't take you anything to just count the money and change. But no, you want to operate and you want to build houses, build mansions, build everything. You don't know that you are building. Your family is already planning. Some of your family members know your will before you write it. They know the estimate of your property. You wrote 28 houses, now 29. Before your wife is saying your house that is in Lagos, they tell you it's not, it's in Keja, close to GRA. We know the house. People that were planning to inherit your properties are already there, waiting to fight your family if anything happens to you. The greatest investment in life is investing in lives. It's not land. It's not properties. Properties I appreciate. Land I appreciate. It's true. But human beings appreciate more than land. I was talking to somebody here today. Sympathy. This is the character of greatness. Empathy. Am I communicating? Am I communicating? Some of you are waiting to be up there before you assist people. You are waiting to be lifted before you are a blessing to people. You are waiting for God to have given you so much in your little category, your little capacity. You can stand now. A blessing. A blessing. Human side. And the truth is, without love, there's no compassion. It takes a heart of love to be full of compassion. 1 Corinthians 13 verse 4, he began to explain the characteristics of love. Characteristics. He says love or charity suffered long. It has capacity to bear. Love is kind. You cannot claim to be in love with somebody and you are not kind to the person. A person say, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. 1 naira has not left into you. Love is kind. Love is not stingy. Any stingy man is not in love. I love you, 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 I love you. School fees, you can't pay. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. The person is hungry. You are loving a hungry person. I love you, I love you. Love is kind. Love is kind. You can't say you love your wife and your wife is stranded. If you have a financial condition, I understand as a man. If financially you don't have money, I understand as a man. But as a man, there are some men who only frown their face when they have money. When they have money, they don't smile. You'll be surprised the same man that was laughing and playing with the woman, as soon as money enter, in fact from the gate, he will look for something that will cause fight. As he's coming to the house, he's just driving, they open the gate. The wife says, welcome. Mm-hmm. Why did you leave the gate open? Nah, lie. It's so that she cannot ask for that money. As soon as the money is finished, it becomes normal. Am I saying the truth? One day I was preaching and I said my wife has never asked me for money. She doesn't ask me for money. When I finished, somebody sent me a text. He said, how will she ask you when we say you give her? I laughed. He said, why did she ask me to give her? And I said, that is true. Because I know she doesn't ask. But she always asks. Because I don't let her ask. I don't let her ask. I don't let her ask. There were times you don't understand. Imagine your child begging for school fees. Your child that you gave birth to is begging you that he pays school fees and say, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I'm your father. Father him. Pay school fees. Father. Getting a woman pregnant is not what makes you father. Any idiot can pregnate an idiot. Fatherhood means responsibility. It's only this part of the world, especially in Edo State, that men just give birth to children like rabbits. There are some men, they are not good for anything. The only thing on their waist is fruit of the womb. Just going about different women, giving them fruit of the womb. Any child you cannot plan for. All my children, they know. As I speak to you, money enters my 5 children account every month. From the period they enter the womb. From the period they are 1 week, 2, 3 weeks old, I open accounts. Every month they debit me. Money goes to their account. When they are 18, I will present the account to them. Millions take. Why? Because I don't want to give birth to a child that will become a liability. I give you education, I give you this. At 18, I gave you millions. What did you do? Start investing for your child. You see a man that's almost 70 still buying the latest car, and he has children who are wayward. 70 buying the latest car. Who is seeing you? If you are 70, as people see you, they are not seeing car, they are seeing coffee. You are 70, 80, you are 85. People are saying this man is on his way out. People are seeing you as a man of 75. You should not be looking for latest Prato, latest range, latest Infinity. As a 75-year-old man, be pricing coffee. You are on your way out. You will. Is it my mother that's aged now that will not buy? I tell her, I bought the latest designer bag. My mother will start laughing. For who? Myself, for me? Yes. You dare not tell them how much. That's when you see the problem. One time I saw a wristwatch abroad. I was about to buy it, and I called my wife. I said, I saw a watch. He said, hey, buy it. I said, this is what it cost. He said, leave there now. Leave there. I said, are you the one paying? He said, my husband, leave. I won't hear it. Leave there. For what? He said, if you bring that money now, I'll put two building. So that we can sell this one. I say, you have started your market spirit again. So you can sell this business, put this investments there. Say that will bring more money. Come back, bring the money. I know what to do. Am I talking to somebody here? Tell somebody, be compassionate. Be loving. Say, be loving. Be loving. Love is kind. Some of you think love is emotional. You want to know who loves you, you see kindness. I love you. If you don't love me, I will die. Love. No, I'm crying because you don't love me. Love me. That's not love, that's emotion. That's tears. It's not love. Love is kind, objective. Love have capacity to bear. If you say, I don't know if you know, if you marry a man and the man is trying to teach something, you say, no, I was not born like this. So if you love somebody, you become what the person wants. Love has capacity to bear. Love is kind. The top is love envieth not. Love. There are men who jealous their wife because the wife earns more money than them. Am I communicating? Love envieth not. Love does not envy. He said love is not puffed up. A sign of love that love is not proud. I can't take nonsense from man. I can't take nonsense from man. I can't take, look at me as I be like this, so I can't take nonsense from any man. For what? As I be like this, so oh please. Love is humble. I'm showing you what you don't know love is. Humility. Who proud though? Who proud? Write it like that. Write it like that. Who proud? You put it open and close comma. It's a quote. My wife started calling me sir when we engaged. We didn't get married. It was during engagement. Good morning, sir. It was engagement. Who proud? Who humble? It was engagement. Good morning, sir. Engagement. So it wasn't because status changed. When I didn't look like anything. What kind of witches do you have in this church? So the first sign of manhood, and that the first humane display, compassion, love, the third, humility. All these fall under the characteristics of a man. It was saying, I saw in them the first of a man, compassion, love, humble. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 5. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 5. 1 Peter 5. God resisted the proud and giveth grace. If you are a proud man, your number one enemy is God, not your village. God says, since you are proud, I'm the one that will fight you. You are too proud. There are people today, and that is my pain. In the past, if I want to make friends and you tell me you are from Edo State like me, I hardly become your friend. If you say you are from Delta, I hardly become your friend. If you say you are from Rivers or you say you are from Calabar, I hardly become your friend. Because the South is full of proud people. Bayelsa, all places. You see a politician, all the person he has is just small money, and he's proud. South. Check, let them gather all the single girls in Nigeria. You will see the largest percentage is South. I've traveled around, I can tell you. When I see a girl arrogant, I just tell myself, these girls are from Rivers, Calabar, Delta, Edo, Bayelsa. I say, no, pass this file. When they investigate, it must be one of them. You see the Yoruba lady, she will kneel down. You see, go to Benue. You see a Benue girl, she will kneel down, respectful. You see a South girl. And my problem is that they are very proud, very arrogant in poverty. I'm a practical preacher. Me and the preacher, what did they happen every day now they preach? There's a lady in this church, 4 boys came to me, they want to marry her. I said no. They said, why? I said, I don't want you to die. Tell her, I said no. I told the lady, I said, you can rebuke me, see me as a strong man. If you want to marry, either you change character or go to another church. The first brother, I gave permission. The brother in courtship, he had high blood pressure. High blood pressure. Now so you go talk small, you go talk 10. Rubbish, useless man, foolish. Who marries that kind of liability? The young man will send a text. You are very rude. Try and learn respect. He will forward 15 reply from the girl. It's your mother you are talking to. You useless man. Hey, how much you have? He was forwarding them to my phone. I will reply him. I said, don't say a word. Go to the altar. Kneel down. Thank God for your deliverance. I'm teaching you something. You're a very proud man. Very proud. How much do you have? How much? One day I said, let's be frank. I was talking to the pastor, it's a pastor's conference, and I said, you see, a pastor is so desperate for money. And God has blessed him. He has a car, he has a house. I asked them, I said, how old are you? How old are you? How old? Am I communicating here? Very proud. Many people, that is their problem. They are too arrogant. A pastor called me. My phone rang. I don't pick calls naturally. I don't pick calls. I don't like calls. I'm saying it now because some people have been harassing me that they should watch your television now. Let me re-emphasize. I don't like calls. Not because it's bad, but I don't like putting phone in my ears. I don't like it naturally. It's just funny when I'm hearing sound in my ears like that. So, I don't like calls. Someone was calling me. After about more than 7, 8, 9, 10 missed calls, he called. I now picked. I said, what did I do to you now? He said, guess what I said? He said, Daddy, hold on. My general overseer wants to talk to you. So the general overseer told him, call, then pass me the phone. And I said, he can't call by himself. He said, hold on. He gave me the phone. I said, I am Reverend so from Ottawa. I said, you are very stupid. Ottawa. And I said, you are very stupid. And they sent me a text. Okay, sir, I will. When he sent the text, I said, call me back and advise him. I said, you are proud? There was a church, the pastor, anytime you come to see him, they will delay you for 30 minutes. Whether he's busy, he can't be sleeping. He can't be watching TV. It's a law. When you come, they'll time you 30 minutes. So everybody that comes have their paper. They write the time they came. It must be 30 minutes later before you see the pastor. It was like a law. 30 minutes. You must wait. He may not be busy, but just wait. Pride. So one day, and all the church members know that you must wait. It's a law. So one day, and one usher was passing. He saw the driver of his director in the office. And he said, what are you doing here? He said, we came to see your pastor. He said, where's Oga? He said, Oga is in the office, he just came now. So you know, guy is impatient. Or guy's waiting for 5 minutes. See, what do you people come for? See, we brought a brand new Prado Jeep for your pastor. This usher passed their back. Went to meet pastor. Say, Daddy, goodness, Daddy, there's a Jeep outside. That if you miss that Jeep, we will never forgive you. Daddy, this is your 30 minutes thing. Kill it all. Let the man come up now. If you miss that Jeep. While he was discussing that, the big man stood up, was on his way out. When the pastor sighted it, he said, come. And the man came. He sat down and he saw the man. I asked myself one question. Did you need a Jeep to do the right thing? So those that have no Jeep cannot have access to you. There are churches in this country for deliverance to register, you pay. This ministry is one of the few ministries in Nigeria of this size and this popularity that everything is free. Let me shock you. My media people, we are doing Jehovah the doctor. My media people were getting calls. How much? How much? How much? How much? It's free. I have to tell them to change the advert and emphasize registration is free. Because it has become a common thing. Come to my prayer line. I will talk to you one-on-one. Before you get there, they will not let you know this is how much you have to pay. How many of you have encountered that before? Raise your hand. You have encountered it. You have encountered it. Raise your hand. They will tell you to pay. Am I saying the truth? For spiritual matters, you pay. Deliverance has price. Fruit of the womb has price. Counseling has price. One man told me, you are making this thing too free for people, apostle. You are making this thing too free. They won't value it. Put a price. I said, leave here. Leave. Make yourself humble. Don't let God humble you. Because God does not humble people. God humiliates them. If you allow God humble you, He will humiliate you. Lucifer! That's how Lucifer was. Was pompously pompous. And God clipped his wings. Who is advising you your marriage? A divorcee. That's one advising you, a lady. My husband, when my husband talked to me, he said, oh, I laugh. She said, I laugh. See me. See my freedom. No man can do me nonsense. That's why she's like that. If you are talking at a man, and it's the man that keeps quiet before you as a woman, you are foolish. The man that keeps quiet because he's running from trouble. Now lie. So you give up. Everybody, let me say this to you. If a woman is ugly, when money comes, she can be beautiful. Not ugly, that's too harsh. That's too harsh. If a woman is not pretty, when money comes, she can be beautiful. Any woman can be beautiful. Any woman. If are you, this is not how you look. Oh. Now money never come. But no matter how rich you are, it cannot buy character. So men who are real men appreciate people not by their container, but by their content. My wife went to school when we married. Before I got married to my wife, I was a pastor in the church in Lagos. I had medical doctors who were single, pretty people. But you see, they had boys under their armpit. Like that. Very proud. So I told myself, I said, Chai, I marry her, I die. Very proud. When I saw her, I saw humility. I said, no, this is your wife. It was when we got married. In fact, close to wedding, that's when we started going to school. No one got married, when we engaged, right? When we engaged, because on our wedding day, she had exam. On our wedding morning, she had exam. So when we engaged, about 2 years or so into the marriage, I started going to school. She graduated when we got married. Why will I see doctors? I see what I took on my face. It's because I wanted peace of heart. Just imagine I married one arrogant person. This church, not come now. The man is good, but the wife, ew. Am I communicating? Tell somebody, humble yourself. Humble yourself. Humble yourself. 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 4. 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 4. 1 Timothy 6 verse 4. He said, he is proud, knowing nothing, but doting about questions and strife of words, whereof comment, envy, strife, release, evil surmising. He is proud, knowing nothing. So pride is a function of ignorance. When you are proud, you know nothing. He is proud, knowing nothing. You want to see an empty man, a man who is just a barrel, an empty barrel. You see, pride and competitive spirit is a function of inferiority complex. When a person has a complex, when he sees people, he wants to make up, he wants to try to prove he is somebody, because naturally he has a complex. He has an inferiority complex. He is proud, knowing nothing. When you get access to really great men who are great, they are very simple, they are very humble. When you get around to some presidents of countries, you will see their humorous and comical side. When you get across to some people who are legislators, senators, people who are placed in high position, you will see their free side. They are so free and they are so natural, they are so normal. But you see a person who is complicated is an ignoramus. Ignoramus are very complicated people. Am I talking to somebody right now? Number 2 is I saw the face of a lion. I'll stop here for today. The face of a lion. Proverbs chapter 28 verse 1. Proverbs 28 and verse 1. I like what it says. The wicked runneth when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold. When you see somebody who wants to be great, you see another characteristic. He is lionic in nature. He is bold. He is not afraid. He is bold. Bold men are fearless. Bold men do not care about repercussion. They just do it. They are very daring. You need to be bold. In Warri, something happened. A pastor took a Christian brother to visit a member in Warri. So the pastor was going up. They saw a big bulldog that was chained downstairs. The pastor saw the chain. So the pastor climbed upstairs. The brother saw the pastor up. He was about to go. He saw the dog. He did not see the chain. He looked behind. Where it was coming from was too far. The dog was close. The distance was far. And the dog was... The brother just knelt down. When the dog went, whoop, in Yoruba language, the brother would say, Migo. So the pastor waited upstairs and was calling his name, he was not coming. He now came, saw the brother kneeling down before a chained dog. Migo. He looked behind, the place was far. And the pastor said, pass like this, there's a chain on the neck. He now stood up, he saw the chain. The dog, no matter how he tried, there was a chain. The devil has been chained. It doesn't matter the noise he's making. I said that devil has been chained. That sickness has been chained. That attack has been chained. 2,000 years ago, Jesus put a chain on the devil's neck. Don't be afraid of sickness. Lift your hands and shout hallelujah. says. I shared this with you before. That one day a drama group was going to present a drama. And they wore costume. One put on horn like devil. They wore different garments. So they were going to a particular church that is at the end of a street. So it was raining. And the rain was falling on them. So that the water does not affect the costume. And the church was at the end of the street. They were walking. So that the water does not affect the costume. They now ran into another church to hide. So that the rain can calm down. And they can now walk to the church where they are presenting the drama. And when they entered this particular church to hide, the church was having service. So the person that first saw them was the pastor. He just saw about 11 people dressed with different things. One coming like devil. The pastor said, "Brethren, the devil has entered the church." People, some were jumping through window, jumping through door. The church was empty. Only one old woman was remaining. The only reason she stayed was because she could not run. She was too old to run. So the young man started behaving like the devil. He said, "Mama." The woman said, "Oh, devil." He said, "Devil, I know that you know everything. Just now when they were binding you, did you hear my voice?" I am not afraid, for God has not given unto us the spirit of fear, but He has given unto us the spirit of love and of power and of a sound mind. If you want greatness, you must be bold as a lion. First thing about the lion is bold. The second thing about the lion is that the lion has a mentality that is in charge of other animals. So the lion is the king of the jungle. Who made the lion the king of the jungle? The lion made himself. You're not getting my point. The lion made himself. What happens? Mentality. The lion has a mentality. Let me say this to you. I will say this clear. My wife is here, my dad is here. I have never, since I was young, I knew I'll be rich. The way I think, the way I talk. One day my father, a woman came, she had a child. My father was in business that time. I was young, maybe about 7 or so. And the woman was saying no money. My father and my mom were sitting, saying she's hungry, she's this. My father now said, "Woman, I don't really have money I can give you. I'm traveling in the morning when it's daybreak for a business, but I don't have what I can give you." My father gives a lot, he gives. I know my dad, he gives. He said, "I don't have what I can give you." While my dad was talking, I remembered as I was lying on my dad's bed, I saw plenty money. I didn't know it was the money my dad was to use for business money. I saw plenty money. So while they were talking, I just left where they were. I went and I carried the whole bundle. My father said, "Where are you going?" I said, "To give us my friend." "Come here." He was now forced to now draw from the business money and give the woman some. I had that consciousness from time. I had a thinking. The letters I wrote to my wife, I told her, I said, "Time is coming. I will buy houses. I will buy this. I will buy that." When I was saying all this, I could not pay transport fare. It's a mentality you must have. Begin to think rich. Stop thinking poor. Stop looking for jobs. Start looking for position. Don't pray for job. Pray for position. Am I talking to somebody? Start thinking big. Stop behaving local. Begin to plan. Even if you have no land, get building plan. Keep your mansion. Let them draw it. Say, "Architect, please draw a mansion." He said, "What's the size of the land?" Say, 10 acres. Yeah? 10 what? Are you the one buying? Draw 10 acres. Main mansion, boys quarters, car park, helicopter park, aeroplane park, village park. Put everything there. Begin to think big. As a man thinketh in his heart. Proverbs 23 verse 7. As a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. Eat and drink, saith he to thee. You must begin to think big. Think well. You cannot think small and live big. If you don't think, you will stink. Begin to think well. Begin to think big. Begin to think like a millionaire. Begin to act like a millionaire. When I had no car, I had keys. Key. plenty. Cupboard key. I was talking one day, I was preaching one day, I didn't know my mom was going to be in that meeting. It was youth meeting. I said, youth, God bless you, I'm very rich. I'm very rich. You see my shoe, eh? See, I'm very rich. My mother was at the back. I didn't know. She was looking for me. She couldn't find me, so they told her I was there. She came to call me to come home and eat. The church was not far from the house. I said, I'm rich. I'm a rich man. I have cars. I have prosperity. I have wealth. I saw you looking at themselves. You don't know your house. See, so my mom was at the back. At the end of the service, we got to my mom and said, my son, sit down. He said, I'm happy you are serving God. I said, but why are you lying? And I said, what do you mean? He said, why are you lying? I'm your mother, I want you to go to heaven. Why are you lying? I said, Mom, you have that. See, you say you are rich, you are this, you are rich where? Rich where? Where? You rich, where is the money? I said, Mommy, if a woman is pregnant, can she see the baby? He said, no, the baby is inside the womb. I said, but is he pregnant? He said, yes. I said, me, I'm pregnant. You cannot see it now. For me, I'm pregnant. In 2006, my mom called me one time and said, sit down, you're my son. By then, doors have opened. God was helping me. He said, my son, sit down. Please, tell me the truth. Now, only pastor work you they do. I said, what? He said, because car, money. I said, Mommy, years ago, you sat me like this. When I was pregnant, it was a problem. Now I have given birth. It is a problem. Am I talking to somebody here? Tell somebody, think big, think big, think big, think big, think big. You may have no money in your pocket. You want to go to the market. Write a list for a portable soup. Write a list for abodi, for ring, for shaki, for goat meat, for snail. Am I talking here? Don't just write where you want to prepare me your oil beans, oil rice, oil. No, abodi, shaki, shokoto, yokoto. Throw all of them out. All the meats. Think big. He said, I'm going to the market with this list. They said today, very soon. I said, you have money, don't worry. There's something I want to eat well. Am I talking to somebody here? Am I talking to somebody? Don't just grab list for bag of water. But no, pack of juice, pack of this, non-alcoholic wine, grapes, apples. Begin to think big. Organize yourself big. Am I talking to somebody? Stop thinking small. I live in Auchi, that's the truth. But if you come around me, you don't see any trace of it. I am too international to be local. Am I talking to somebody here? Someone spoke to me one time. When we spoke for 5 minutes, he said, I thought you live in Auchi. I said, yes. He said, you sound, it was in America. And when I was through preaching, some white people that we invited, they told the man that invited them, they said, this is the first time a black man is talking and we understand him. We can hear him clearly. We can flow with him. Where do you say it comes from? He said Nigeria. Where? He mentioned the place. And the man said that must be some big and sophisticated town. And I started laughing. It's not the town, it's the person that refused to be local. Begin to think big. Tell your neighbor, think big. The lion is the king of the jungle. You must have a big mentality. Listen. Tomorrow Monday, go and price car. Price car. Say this one is how much? They say it's 1 million. I say no, I don't know. I'm looking for a bigger one. Say this one, yeah. You may have no money in your pocket, but you have been thinking in your mind. The biggest nation is not America, it's not Saudi, it's the mind. That's why it's called imagination. Think. Genesis chapter 11. God said nothing can be refrained them which they have imagined to do. Imagine to do. When we were building the Tower of Babel, God said if we don't stop these people, so long they have the thinking. Can I shock you? What they wanted to do was to challenge God, was to build a door that will reach heaven. God said, if you don't stop them, what they have imagined, a man, let me surprise you. Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20. He said, God is able to do exceeding abundantly above all we ask or think. Look at me. Ask or think. Ask, prayer, thinking, imagination. Meaning, before God, prayer and thinking have the same power. Don't just be a prayer warrior, be a thinking warrior. Ask or think. He said, if they can't ask, let them think. Somebody asked me, say, Apostle, what do you do? I say, I pray, I study, and I think. My wife can tell you there are times I'm not praying, I want to be alone. She can tell you. When she comes, she sees me in that mood, she just turns back. I get a pen and paper. I want to be alone. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I get pen, I get paper. I'm thinking. You go to my room, you see paper everywhere. Writing, write up. I'm thinking. I'm strategizing. Before I came here, I spent more than 45 minutes this morning, just alone, thinking. Meditating. I was thinking of 2019, planning 2019. Places I'm going to have access to. I was thinking. Because by 2017 ending, 2018 ending, I would have covered every nation in Africa. Now, we have covered more than 60%. I've planned it, I would have covered every nation. By 2019 ending, I would have covered more than 40 states in America. So I'm just planning, I was thinking, strategizing, mapping out things. Think. After praying, prayer is a dialogue, not a monologue. After praying on your knees, be quiet. Spend at least 5 minutes, be quiet. Let God speak to you and let him work on your mind. If you have no mind, nobody will mind you. God didn't say, let this cash be in you, which was in Christ Jesus. Let this mind. The lion has a mentality that I'm in charge. The lion does not run for the elephant. Elephant has size, lion have mind. I've noticed when somebody is bold and is confrontational, people will say, you get mind. I wish I was communicating here. There are many of you, your brain now is so virgin. So virgin. You don't use it. Every head without sense is a load to the neck. Every head that has no sense inside is a load. Think! Number 3 things about the lion, and then I'm going to pray. The lion, when he sees his prey, he bites them on the neck. Where? The lion targets the neck. I was watching Wildlife. It's a channel on TV. If you watch Wildlife, you see where lions hold their prey. They hold them on the neck. The lion is strategic. Tell somebody strategic. Neck. No matter what, he goes back. He's targeting the neck. He's fighting with his claws. Once he puts his teeth on the neck, he does not let go. He keeps biting. You see the other animal struggling after a while because the neck is sensitive. It starts going weak. You must understand. If you must go far in life and you must understand greatness, you must be strategic. Strategy is stronger than energy. Who is a strategic man? A planner. A person who plans. When I say strategy, I say plan. Commit your ways to the Lord, he shall direct your thoughts. Plan. You are entering a new week now. Plan. Don't just wake up and somebody say, hey, please follow me to Lagos. You just jump. Pew. No plan. Plan. I'm doing birthday. It's by 5. The same person come back and say, no. The birthday is by 1. You adjust yourself. No. It's by 11 in the morning. You are still available. No. It's an all-night birthday. You are still available. You are planless. Say, sorry, I agreed for 5 because by 6, I'm not there. Oh, but we'll change the time. I can't come, I'm sorry. That's the person who has a plan. How can somebody tell you, follow me to my church for Thanksgiving on Sunday? What about your own church? See, I'm going to my church. If we close early, I want to talk to somebody, I will come. People like that invite you, they will never come to your own. Be wise. Plan. Ask a young boy, I said, you just did jam. What do you want to read? Say medicine. But if my result is not good, I'll do food and nutrition. I say, you have already failed. You have failed. Plan. Have a plan. My diary is full. My movement is packed. That is why you don't see me everywhere. Because I have a plan. You achieve a lot when you have a plan. You achieve a lot when you have a plan. Plan your movement. Plan your academics. As a student, plan your schedule. Between so and so time, you must be reading. Plan. Reading is good, especially when it's the early hours of the morning. 3 a.m., 4 a.m. When you read at that time, you get serious assimilation. Plan, because you are just up, your brain is fresh. Go to bed early, wake up, plan. You must get a pen and a paper and start planning. You cannot leave service and waste today. No, there are still things you can still achieve today. You have 3 months IT as a student, 1 year IT as a student, and you discover no office is agreed to allow you come for your industrial training. You go learn something. Go learn how to bake. Go learn how to knit. Go learn how to weave. Am I communicating here? Plan. Plan. The life is strategic. It plans how to move and swing onto the neck. The reason many of us today have so much time for nonsense. I told somebody that says sin is a product of lack of agenda. Busy men don't have time to do nonsense. Am I communicating? Some of you make yourself every birthday you attend. Every birthday. In fact, they don't even give you IV because they know you must come. Others, they address IV to them. But you, they don't give you. Why? You have no plan. Tell somebody, strategize. Say strategize. When money enters your hand, somebody gives you 100,000, 200,000. Don't spend it. Send it. Don't spend money. You send money. Plan! This money, how do I multiply it? How do I increase it? How do I make it produce more? You're a young lady, a young man, somebody gives you money. The first place you are going to is a boutique. First place you are going to is a salon. A time is going to come when you have so much to do all that. But for now, until you stand, plan. The Bible says, buy thy feed before you build your house. What's the feed? That's your investment. Say, make it fit for thy life. Then build your house. The feed, your investment, make it solid. Let it be standing. From there, build your house. You will never be rich twice. Men only become rich once. It is how they manage their wealth that determines what they become. How they manage their wealth. I called a young man in church. This church one day was asking for some money. And I asked him a question. I said, you think me, I can't go and buy what you want to buy? The minute you are asking to give you the money for that nonsense, you think I can go and buy it? I said, but that's not a priority. Am I communicating? How can you wear a weave on of 50,000 on an empty brain? 50,000 weave on, 100,000, 250, 300,000 weave on. Bank account 5,000. Hey, 250. Please enroll for the next Jehovah the doctor. Because that's a medical condition. Am I communicating here? Am I communicating? Plan. 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 Amen. When God was to create the world, God started by strategy. He created this first. He made it. Man was his priority. He made man last. He did all that. God works with priority. He made the land. He made this. He divided it. Many of you have no priority. Let me ask some of you, if I give you money now, what will you do? What will you do? Plasma. A student. You have plasma. You have big gen. You have deep freezer. Students. You're not a student. Am I communicating? Students. See, I want to stay in a very big apartment. I want to say, you have not suffered though. God saw you suffering and he brought help your way. The help landed. You decided to become stupid. NYSC. Now your suffering continues. You must get to that point when you plan. Put your right hand on your forehead. Say, power of God, walk on my mind. Say, power of God, walk on my mind. I'm not hearing you. Be on your feet. Say, power of God, walk on my mind. Power of God, walk on my mind. Be on your feet. Listen. I refuse to be a captive around greatness. Whatever's made me a captive, to be chained in the midst of opportunity, we're going to pray against it. I refuse to be a captive around greatness. I refuse to be a captive. To be a captive around greatness is to be surrounded with so much opportunity and yet you live in obscurity. I refuse to be a captive around greatness.